So, Unrivaled Day 2 was today, and the Breeze played against the... I can't even remember. They played against the... whatever team it was that Kelsey Mitchell plays on, the Hive. Like, I'm blanking on freaking team names because I just don't care. I don't care what the team names are. But I thought this was... I'm going to say this because it's funny because people are going to look at the stat sheet and they're going to see like 16, 10, and 6, 0 of 3 from 3. She got swatted 3 times by Sanaya Rivers. Turned the ball over. The efficiency queen with 4 turnovers. I'm glad she turned the ball over. Why? Because they were aggressive turnovers. She got stripped once, and I don't care other than that. I actually don't care other than that. She got stripped once. Okay, shit happens. It's basketball. It's basketball. It is one of those things now where you are looking at Paige where she shot the 3 when she was left open. She took layups. She went head down to the basket and took layups. As even down the stretch, she took layups. She didn't want to shoot the game winner. She took it. And the best part about it was that she got swatted by Sanaya Rivers. And then immediately the next possession came down and hit the game winner. That is what you want to see. What you don't want to see is Paige being passive. It is better that Paige Bueckers misses shots and stays aggressive than it is that Paige Bueckers is efficient and passive. Efficiency is irrelevant when it comes at the expense of aggression. And again, out of control aggression, inefficiency isn't good either. But efficiency is irrelevant when it comes at the expense of aggression. And I think nearly everybody, unless you are like absolutely, no matter what Paige Bueckers does, like she can't do any wrong, should agree with that statement. That should be in a statement that most people agree with. And nearly everyone in basketball will tell you that. Every coach, even Gino Auriemma will tell you that it is better to be aggressive. It's better to be both. But if you're going to be one, if efficiency causes you to be passive, it is better to be inefficient than aggressive. Especially as a number 1 player on your team. I thought playmaking-wise, she was exceptional. He was absolutely exceptional. One thing I will say that's really annoying is the fucking commentators. Paige Bueckers was sitting on the bench and the Breeze went on like an 8-0 run and all they were talking about was how Paige Bueckers is the reason they're winning. She was on the bench. They went on the run without her. They were balling without her. They didn't say anything about anyone on the floor. They spent 2 minutes while Paige sat on the bench talking about Paige. I've never seen anything like it. They literally Dominique Malonga was brilliant. And by the way, this is when you know they don't know anything about basketball. Do you want to know? Guess who they compared Dominique Malonga to? Did they compare Dominique Malonga to like a Wemby or someone with length or even like an inside big? No. They said Dominique Malonga's passing reminded them of Nikola Jokic. Dominique Malonga, notoriously average passer. They said she's a 3-level scorer who passes like Jokic. Did they mistake Dominique Malonga for Sarah Strong or something? Did they mistake her for like what we hope Aaliyah Boston becomes? Because I have no idea. I have no idea where 3-level scorer who passes like Jokic came from. It is one of those things. It is genuinely one of those things where these commentators literally did not. I don't think they understood the game of basketball. They were just saying random shit about random players. Like it wasn't even it wasn't even one of those things where it was just like a page glaze. They literally were saying random things about players. Like nonsense about players. Absolute nonsense. But for the Breeze, I thought Kelsey Mitchell was okay. She ran the floor well, couldn't hit a shot. In that game, by the way, there was 1 of 26 3-pointers made. As a whole, there was 1 of 26 threes. One team shot 1 of 13. The other team shot 0 of 13. Kelsey Mitchell in an entire game is the only player to have made a 3. And by the way, absolutely, gouge your eyes out. If you're looking for this as anything other than like a rec league and summer pickup, this is gouge your eyes out territory. His whole league has been gouge your eyes out territory. And it's one of those things where I'm like, genuinely, I'm so happy to Paige just started shooting threes and started being aggressive, because like it doesn't matter. Like wins and losses don't matter in this league. Everyone makes the playoffs. It doesn't matter. Go win the one-on-one tournament. Go win your 3-0 competition. And yeah, who cares other than that? Genuinely, who cares other than that? Go make your free throws. Because at the end of the day, we're at the stage where it's like, this is not basketball. It's been 2 years of this. And this year it's even less like basketball. Take risks. If you're Paige, go turn the ball over a few times, get blocked a few times. Who cares? Work on your game. Work on going to the basket. Work on that three. Work on the post-up game. Work on different things in your game, because at the end of the day, this is how you're going to get better. It is treat it like it's a workout that 100,000 people are watching. That's pretty much it. Just treat it like someone's watching your workout, because I'm going to be honest, this is gouge your eyes out level basketball right now. Like it's a sport that vaguely resembles basketball. I don't know if I can be... Like, I don't know if I can say anything more than that. Like, this is a sport that vaguely resembles basketball. It's grim. It is grim watching. But you just want to see some things from players. And I liked Paige Bueckers' aggression. I didn't think Paige Bueckers had a very good game, but by her standards. But I think that I think this game will stand to her more than her spamming mid-range shots, because we all know she can shoot the mid. It's, can she shoot the three? Can she get to the basket? I thought she got to the basket really well today. I thought she didn't shoot the three well, but that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Good players have good games, players have bad games. And if you guys haven't understood up to this point that I am absolutely process-based as a coach, everything, my theories on basketball is if you do the right things, you win more often than not. If you win more often than not, most of the time you win. In a one-off game, fuck the process. All that matters is what happens in that game. But over the course of a season, over the course of months, if not years, process means more than outcome. And I'm glad to see Paige do something other than spam middies. I'm glad to see her do something other than spam middies. Because at the end of the day, just spamming mid-range shots and foul baiting and flopping, which is what Paige Bueckers did for the first game, isn't going to help her game. It's not going to help her when she gets to the W. Throwing the risky passes, throwing a pass that's either a guaranteed layup or a turnover, throwing them 4 times a game and 3 of them coming off and 1 of them being a turnover. That is what you want to see from a player. It is. And I know there's people that are just going to hate on Paige and people are going to love on Paige no matter what. It's this weird thing with basketball. You can't actually be objective in the criticism and the praise of a player. You want to see Paige taking risks. I don't care that it doesn't work. I don't care. If I hated someone taking risks that don't work, I'd fucking hate Caitlin Clark. I don't care. She took more risks today. She took more risks. She made... By the way, her playmaking was better today. Everyone's talking about her playmaking. They don't care about assist-turnover ratio. Why? 6 assists to 4 turnovers. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? She passed about 4 times to free throws as well. And genuinely, who gives a fuck? An exceptional game from her. And I'm very, very happy that she shot the 3. She took risks and she didn't just spam middies and refuse to pass to open players because she was scared of turnovers. That's what you want to see from Paige. That is what you want to see from Paige. Because if Paige gets that aggression, that's where we have the ideal scenario where, look, basketball's better when the best players in the world are guards. It is. As a sport, basketball is a better sport when the best players in the world are guards. And if in 3, 4, 5 years' time, when that becomes Caitlin versus Paige, and you've got 2 polar opposite mentality-wise players, polar opposite play styles-wise, don't necessarily play the same position. I honestly think the 2 of them together are literally going to be unguardable. But 2 polar opposites players-wise, the way they play the game, the way they see the game, the way they think about it, having those 2 polar opposite players facing off against each other is going to be for the best. But if Paige stays passive, there's never going to be a competition because the aggressive player is going to beat the passive player every single time. They are. I mean that when I say that. As a coach, as a fucking player, as someone who's seen the game, the aggressive player beats the passive player every time. And we need to see aggression in Paige so that this can actually, be a rivalry and not just what we saw last season of Caitlin on one leg blitzing her.